So you can generally lay over any existing floor if it's been glued down, it's solid, and there's no chance of any movement. It's just when you've got floating floors or over carpets or anything which has got cracking or any other issues. You want to make sure you've got a very solid and sound substrate. When you're installing floors in wet areas and bathrooms, you're generally going to need to make sure you're gluing it down and you've got a waterproof product like a LVT plank. Definitely don't want to be using any timbers or anything where moisture can cause swelling and then things like mold and stuff to grow. Okay, so clip lock requires no glue. It's got a little locking tongue and groove that lock together, make it really easy for installation. And the glue together products, you have to put a bead of glue on the tongue and groove to actually fix it together. Generally a little bit harder, a little bit messier to lay. So if you can, grab yourself a lock together system. So subfloor preparation is a really key part to all flooring jobs. Generally you're going to need to make sure what the specs of the product are, normally 2 to 3 millimeters of variation over a metre, and you will then use a levelling cement, grinders, planers, depending if it's concrete or timber, and make sure your floor is nice and flat and level. Okay, so generally you're going to need a few basic tools: hand saws, circular saws, jigsaws, multi-tools for undercutting door jambs, and obviously pencils, straight edges, and some levels. And maybe some spacers and packers to get your expansion gap right around the outside. Generally you want to walk in the front door and look down the boards. You want to try and get the boards running down the length of the room, and also start on one of your key walls where it's going to be straight. Not everything's always going to be parallel, and also you want the light source running down the boards if possible. Sometimes you can't tick all the boxes, but generally the front door and down the hallways is a key point. So generally you want to start laying a floor. Same again, it's your front doors and also your main hallways, or where there's going to be the least amount of furniture, which is going to make sure if things aren't parallel, you don't see boards that are running out of whack. So yeah, generally around your front entries, your hallways, your kitchens, and finish off against your outside lounge room walls or the back of your bedrooms where you might have beds and furniture and those sorts of things to cover it up. Big point is about expansion gaps and transitions. They can work for you if you need to break up rooms. We've got a wide range of ramps, expansion joint, colour match trims. So try and put them in those non-discrete areas where hallways are, or where maybe big rooms go into other bedrooms. Bedroom doors are another really good one to always try and put an expansion joint there. It does depend on what sort of floor you're laying. Once again, check your specs of your product. Some areas need more expansion than others. Especially with floating floors, you need to leave a 10mm gap, or depending on what your product spec is, but no ifs, no buts. The whole thing must be able to expand and contract with the seasons. Vinyl planks are a great product where you don't need to leave a gap and you can lay them hard against, or people say a business card around the perimeter, and use a small amount of silicone. So check out what your product needs. Floating floors is a must. Other products like hybrids, you can use a smaller expansion gap. But yeah, the key thing is every product is different. Check out the spec, and we've got a trim and a bit of scotia to cover up any expansions that are needed. If you have any other questions, please get in contact and check us out online or in store for more great products and solutions. Thanks for watching.